Meghan Markle's relationship with the British royal family set to be exposed in Harry's new memoir, as it has been complicated even since she first began dating Prince Harry in 2016, via Us Weekly. The two were introduced through mutual friends, and, within a few months of dating, the press was already hounding the Duke of Sussex about his relationship. Some fans who are loyal to the royal family have found it easy to point the finger at Meghan Markle for causing conflict within the firm. The press has joined in on the drama, blaming the Duke and Duchess of Sussex for much of the drama going on within Buckingham Palace, via The Independent. However, actress Danae Benton believes the issue is much more complex and that Meghan was actually set up for receiving abuse from the start, via Tatler. The star of the HBO drama The Gilded Age, who is black, told the publication, "It's such a layered conversation, obviously. Being the first and only person of color to join the British royal family, you're really set up for an incredible amount of abuse. The system isn't set up to support you. And I think that, because of the lineage of the really profoundly devastating effects of colonization as it relates to the monarchy, you can't necessarily just pop a black person in." Benton's insight seems to be often overlooked by royal loyalists, but it couldn't have been easy to be the only person of color to marry into the monarchy. In fact, during the couple's interview with Oprah Winfrey in 2020, Meghan revealed that one or more members of the royal family made racist comments about her son, Archie, even before he was born, via the New York Times. Clearly, this situation is far more complex than the media, and the public, make it out to be. Prince Harry is expected to discuss Meghan's past in his upcoming memoir, with one royal commentator speculating the Duke could reveal insight into her wild and hard-partying years and the prince himself, the so-called rebel prince, in a bid to focus on rather than attacking the royal family. Prince Harry's memoir has been tipped to be released by the end of 2022, in time for the lucrative Christmas market. Last month, it was reported the finishing touches were being put to the Duke of Sussex's book, which has been promised to be a wholly truthful account of his life. Speculation surrounding the content has been abound since the announcement was made last summer. While some believe Harry will use it to launch another attack on the royal family, others believe he will focus on different elements of his life. Tom Sykes, the Daily Beast's royal correspondent, claimed the Duke of Sussex could use the book to talk about his past, with a focus on his wild years when the prince was hard partying. He told last week's episode of the Royally Us podcast that Harry is likely to avoid using his memoir to launch an attack on the royal family and will instead focus very much on himself. Mr. Sykes said, "For me, the really fascinating thing about it is he going to talk about his partying? Is he going to talk about drug use? I think it is a real possibility. I think that, to me, would be the most brilliant way for Harry to answer all his critics and provide an amazing book, but also not be accused of sticking it to other people. That would be incredible." Mr. Sykes added, "I struggle to see what else gives it the worth of $20 million when frankly you can have any number of people the story of Harry. So what is it that gives it that enormous credibility?" Harry was known as the rebel prince during his younger years and has admitted to experimenting with alcohol and drugs. His rebellious side saw Harry caught up in controversies, insensitive fancy dress costumes, nightclub outbursts and that infamous trip to Las Vegas. Mr. Sykes explained, "Harry was very hard partying in his youth, he drank a lot, he partied a lot. His girlfriend Chelsea Davy and him were very hard partying in London up until 2010 when they split up. They were just on the scene in London, you would see them in nightclubs." The Duke of Sussex has opened up about his alcohol and drug use at this time, saying that it was to mask the pain of his mother Diana, Princess of Wales' death.